All right, so we're taking off on the 399 by Deep Impact, completely customized, black, gray, orange, and we're getting ready to do a chopper shoot right now, so hold on tight. All right, so Violet told us we all have to get in the cabin for the chopper shoot because we're not at the level to come out in their content yet. I'm just kidding. We're trying to keep the boat clean, so we're probably doing 60, 70 miles an hour while in the cabin, which is probably not recommended, but surprisingly comfortable in here. Is this the baddest Deep Impact 399 built to date? It's for you to tell us. We're gonna walk this bad boy through from bow to stern and show you every single detail. Let's go. We're gonna go ahead and start off in the cockpit area, and the first thing I wanna do is rattle off some of the specs and some of that information that I'm likely gonna forget here in a minute if I don't do it. So we got a 10.7 beam. This boat holds 430 gallons of fuel, 17,000 pounds, 34-inch draft, quad 450Rs, mid-80s, an absolute rocket ship. And now we're just gonna go through some of the details. Storage space, and believe it or not, they have this thing slightly set up for fishing. So if you walk outside the port side door right here, the first thing I wanna show you is a toy locker they have back here. So check out how much available space you have, where most boats don't utilize any of it. You can kind of tuck that away. If you're jumping in and out of the water, it's easy to access and you can keep it off the deck. Then you have a magnetized door you can close up right here. Lock in place, make sure you keep everything secure. So down the transom you have seating for 3, and this here is a lounger option if you want to stretch your legs. It's a really comfortable spot here on the boat, and there is storage underneath. Let me show you what we got here. If you pull this off, you actually have a full bench wide cooler, so you can keep your drinks nice and cold there. These are all pressurized, so it's easy to pop that upholstery in and out. And then pull this up right here, and you have additional storage here on the starboard side of the boat. So you're gonna see JL audio speakers all throughout this boat. A couple things I missed: freshwater shower. So if you're jumping off the transom, easy to rinse off right here with fresh water. You got 58 gallons between 2 tanks, 1 port, 1 starboard. Close that out of the way. You got a freshwater fill right here, and you can see you have a Gemlux rod holder, cup holder combination, and that's part of the fishing thing here. So obviously this is not a strict fishing boat by any means, but if you're in the Bahamas or in an area there and you want to drop a rod in, you have the creature comforts available to do so. You have some vertical rod storage up on the hardtop, another rain shower right here. Again, if you're doing any sort of spear fishing or just getting out of the sandbar with your family, easy to rinse off here, get the salt water off you and continue on with your day. So checking out the oversized hardtop, you can see you have 6 JL audio speakers. You have some windows up top which are tinted but let some of that natural light in here, which is incredibly nice. And this one in particular, which is available by the way, has additional tower speakers up on the hardtop, which is where you really get your sound up and over to the sandbar if you're outside of the boat. So let's crack open the bilge, take a look at what we have going on here, and you can see it's an excellent space, completely finished all the way out. So back in here you have your bilge pumps, fuel filters, things like that. Easy to access all of that. A little indented space for the water to accumulate for your bilge so it doesn't work its way out here, and you can actually utilize this finished deck area down here for storage if you wanted to. I'm gonna go ahead and open this port side box right here. This is insulated, so you could put it with ice, drinks, things of that nature, whatever you'd like to keep cold. And let's crack open the side door. Pull that, pull it in towards you. Actually has a clip where it connects and stays out of the way there. And then your ladder was in the bilge. You can connect that real easy to get in and out of the boat. And obviously if you're docked up, this is a nice way to jump in and out as well. Now we start to work our way towards the bow. You have a rear facing mezzanine seat right here, which is a great space to sit and relax. You have a full cooler underneath for additional drinks or storage, whatever you want to use that for. You can see both port and starboard. They utilized all that space underneath the cat for storage. So you can throw anything you guys like in there, smaller fenders, flip-flops, dock lines, things of that nature. And then they have 4 fender pros which is a real quick and easy way to connect your fenders. The length is usually set at the correct spot, and you're just popping these things in and out without having to go through the mess of tying those things down. And this one, again, going into the fishing side of things, it actually has 2 electric reel outlets, 1 on each side of the boat. Working our way over to the helm area, you can see you have adjustable seats right here. It's a full bench, and what's nice is that contours to your body and really keeps you in place at high speeds. Again, this boat does 85, 86 miles an hour, so you want to be able to do that. It's a high performance vessel. This one's equipped with Garmin MFDs. You got your Mercury vessel view down the middle, air conditioning, which is really nice even right now. You got a little storage spot here for your VHF mic, fusion head unit. You got bow thruster on this one in particular, trim tabs, and you have a Garmin dome radar above. And then check out right above me here, you have your Bokeh switch panel, which is nice. You can see everything clearly. You're not gonna bump it accidentally, so that's actually a really nice spot for that there. When you're hitting speeds of 80 plus, you wanna be tucked behind an enclosure just like this one, and they even went far enough to create these deflectors, so that's gonna throw that wind out off the boat so someone can potentially sit right next to the console seat or the helm seats and also be comfortable not getting that wind thrown into their face. You got 30 amp shore power here. We got actually cup holders that are lit, and the whole boat is covered in Shadowcaster lighting. Working our way up the starboard side here midship, you got additional storage, and check out the size of this thing. You can never have too much storage. This is a really nice spot. You have it obviously both port and starboard, and again, underneath the cap, you have more storage space, which is nicely nestled behind this mesh screen, so things aren't gonna be flying all the way from you. Let's go ahead and jump into the console cabin and take a look at that. Dropping down into the cabin space, the first thing that I noticed is the AC pumping in here. It's a really hot day in Isla Morada, so can really enjoy that for a minute, and it makes a huge difference when you're out here. Tucked away under here, you have your battery switches and your actual batteries. Easy to get in and out if you need to replace one, so that's a great spot for that. You have your head tucked underneath right here. Otherwise, it's utilized as a seat. Access obviously to your rigging. Your ignition switches right above. Your fuse panel right here. Continue to open things. Whoa, I think that was a little lower than I thought. Toilet diverting valve. And one of the cool things here, besides again the sink, let me continue on before I make it all the way back. All right, there you got, some of your pumps. Underneath is the amount of space that they actually were able to get in this forward berth. So if I tuck myself in, you can see that this actually works its way all the way over here. You can literally sleep 4 people across this thing with absolutely no problem if you wanted to. You can remove the center area if you wanted to use it as kind of a seating space. Otherwise, it's an excellent storage space just to throw a ton of bags and get them off the deck. What's nice about these performance center consoles is that you can really turn them into your own. Everyone is a clean canvas that you can customize, just like this one right here with the grays and the oranges. Really nice job all together. Check out this lounger. So you have cup holders down the middle, adjustable armrests, and then this thing contours to your body. So you're basically almost stuck in here where it doesn't feel like you're gonna fly out if you're doing high speeds. Really nice decking material to match the motif here throughout the boat. Walking forward, you're gonna see more JL Audio speakers, full forward seating, which is standard. Adjustable backrest, real nice and easy to put up or down depending what you're gonna do. You can lay out here or use it as a seat as the boat's underway. More storage here down the center, and then you have quick and easy access to your bow thruster there as well. And then this whole thing creates additional storage throughout. I'm not gonna open them all up. We'll do it with the B-roll, but really nice to have this up here, whether you wanna store away life jackets or things that you really don't need often throughout the day. Both sides you have cup holders, USB ports, and everything you need to be able to have a nice day up here in the bow area of the boat. So right now, heading back in, just messing around, we hit the mid-70s. This boat hasn't been dialed in, but they've already got mid-80s, and they're hoping to reach a little bit more. We won't get into detail exactly what that is, but we look forward to seeing what the full capability is of this Deep Impact 399. So now we're just testing some of the performance numbers. Pulled it up on the screen here. Right now we're doing 58 miles per hour, 0.86 miles per gallon, which is insane for a 39 footer. Obviously that's a higher cruise. I'm sure we can drop it down a little bit. What's like an optimal mile per gallon you see on this boat? 1.0, 1.2. Phenomenal again for a quad engine 39 footer, almost 40 feet. All right, so we're messing with the performance numbers now. We're doing 58 miles an hour a second ago, and we're doing almost 0.9 miles per gallon. Right now, we just did 1 mile per gallon in the mid 40s. Just over it, as you can see, now it's a 399, a 40 footer basically. quad engine, quad 450R boat. Those are fantastic performance numbers for a boat of this size. All right, so we've been on quite a few of these deep impacts. It was actually one of the first companies we worked with when we started Center Consoles Only. So we've seen how they've grown and how the quality of the construction overall has come. It's incredibly impressive what they've done with it. They've always been great performers. They've always been very comfortable, but they lacked a little bit here and there. But right now what they're building is top tier all the way through, and you have to get on one to really experience what it's like to be on a performance boat in a center console package. So there you have it. That was our complete walk around on the 399 by Deep Impact. This one in particular is available for sale. So if you're interested, reach out and we will make you the connection. I'll actually get you the specs, pricing, and everything you may need. This one's listed by Plantation Boat Mart down in the Keys. So if you all like the content we create here at Center Consoles Only, we ask you to like, subscribe, share this with all your friends. It definitely helps us a ton. We love what we do. We hope you guys do as well. My name is Alan Blanco with Center Consoles Only.